Hi. There we go. That's everyone. Hi. Thank you for the raid, Oshio. Whoever you are in chat. I know you're in chat, so thank you, Oshio. Um, yes, please, welcome and enjoy. I don't fucking know what I'm doing. We've been plagued with technical difficulties. That's why we're starting half an hour late. And RB has been a complete asshole throughout all of it. So we found out something today. Yes. Oh yeah. Thank you. Hi. Welcome. We found today. We found that RB has indeed the capacity to be an ass, and I'm kind of here for it. It's kind of funny, but poor Dusk. But yes, welcome to another exciting episode of Talia Misfits. We're going on episode 13 of this wonderful, lovely show. D&D session, whatever. Also, thank you for the hydrate, Raven. I'm here joined by the one who rated us. First and foremost, let's go with Ocean X. Hello, Oshio.
Hi, it's me, guys. I know that it's been ages since you saw me on my stream, but I'm finally back.
Uh-huh. Did you have a comeback stream?
I
Sorry.
was making a joke about draw a hot dog on her shoulder, a hot dog with arms and legs.
Wait. Are you drawing Rebecca?
Oh, there, yeah. Do you want to see it? I've finished it. Not this stream.
Yeah. But
a couple of days ago. Do you want me to,
dude, I love Rebecca. I love her.
Well. Oh my god.
She's awesome.
She's so cute.
She's insane as fuck, but yeah.
I know, I love her.
Next up, we have the wonderful Savian. Hello, Sav.
I'm almost 100 hours into Super Robot Wars 30. This game keeps going. I'm trapped, but it's fun.
Okay, that's great. That's great to hear.
Thankfully, I can attempt to use Mist Raven without using up any prosthetic tools.
Oh, alright. Let me just put everyone up a little bit, because apparently everyone's quiet, as I've heard. Oh yeah, that's... I see why everyone's quiet.
I did have to reduce your sound massive on Discord from 200% to 100%.
Yeah, because
I think you are louder than usual.
Yeah, I think it's because Dusk was so quiet last session, and this time he's okay. So it's that. Speaking of Dusk, hello Dusk, how you doing?
Hi everyone.
Yes. Also, we have the asshole that is raiding Blades. We love him. Still an asshole.
Beep boop up beep.
There we go. That's why you're an asshole.
You walked right into that one.
Yeah. And finally, Spyro Proxy, hello.
From now on, you must introduce me as the wielder of Quel'Sarar, the Grand Blade of the Draconic Slayer.
I love that
Alright.
we are playing D&D and one of us still manages to out-nerd the others in his intro. Good job, Spyro.
Thanks.
It's fine. But yes, welcome. And let's begin our session because we're half an hour late and there's teenagers to beat up. In the last episode of Talia Misfits, the party encountered a village of totally not a cult, it seems to be night elves with a spattering of other races who seem to be coexisting in this large cavern system and living well, eating well, and praising the god on their mountain, this supposed godlike being that they have been worshipping for generations. Everyone thought it was a cult. Everyone started thinking this was a cult. Everyone knew it was a cult, and nobody was buying that it wasn't a cult. But Upon waking up the next day to have a meeting with this god under mountain, one of the members of the party was bewitched, thinking that perhaps staying here and worshipping the god under mountain might be a good idea, might be a solid plan, might be his destiny. He was being charmed, and the party knew that something was up, especially because the one who is possibly the least likely to like this kind of shit was the one that wanted this kind of shit. So, there was a meeting with this god under mountain, a creature, an octopus-like creature with glowing eyes and a long beak, and sitting on a gigantic pile of treasure underwater, communicated with them, told them that if they wish to cross, they shall pay tribute. And if Alphonse wishes to stay, Alphonse may. Alphonse wished to stay for a time until Calm Emotions was cast and the charm wore off. Well, was interrupted for a moment. But tribute was paid, as the party chose that perhaps it was not wise to fight this creature at the moment. The tribute came in the form of a magical item and some monetary, a paltry sum of 1,000 gold for two of the people that paid it, allowing the party to continue on to the other side of the mountain range. After crossing the mountains and coming out the other side, Alphonse managed to break the effect on himself, now weakened from the distance, and the party leveled up to level 10 because they finally reached their destination, the other side of the mountain range, which has taken, I just want to point out, the travel has been nearly 10 sessions long. So it's been quite the travel. But now you've arrived and you see the volcano in the distance. The party begins to traverse down the mountains towards the base where they can continue their travel towards the volcano. You two, and you've been traveling since a meeting with the god under mountain happened in early morning. You've been traveling for about 3 hours. No, more like 4 or 5 hours. It's getting a little bit later in the day when Callahan, with your ungodly perception, you notice movement in the mountains to your right.
Before
Well-
anything, I just have something very important I need to point out.
Yes.
Then
While Dusk is apparently glitching anyway, so Dusk, you're a robot.
yeah, just fuck with you guys. Yeah, no worries.
Okay, just checking.
Wow.
I really thought. Anyway, very important news. Very important news. Today's session is session 69. You can't see it right. You can't see it right now, but I'm dabbing.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Oshio coming in
69.
with the very important information.
I told you.
Let's
it's
go!
very important. Very,
That's the
very
sex
important.
number.
It's the funny number, the funny haha number.
Funny number.
A bit sus.
Oh my
Guys,
god. All right, so
Pussy whackers.
Sassy Buckets. I love how you said that with the most Portuguese accent I've ever heard. It just,
Yeah, because vaca, it's
I know.
vaca.
I
but
know,
the
I
north
know,
side
I
of
know,
vaca.
I know. I got the joke, buddy. I got the joke.
Yeah.
All right. So, Callahan, you see
Yo,
something in the distance, in the mountains. Do you warn the others?
yeah, of course.
All right. So you all, as two of you are riding on your horses, the other ones are on foot. you notice as something gets closer, and you realize it is indeed the familiar figure of the giant lizard with a small individual on its back. As you do see that Keha is approaching with large saddlebags, well, large bags attached to her mount. Who it is a giant lizard, so it's really big. It's capable of carrying quite a fair bit. She doesn't seem to be traveling with too much, but she does have two large bags hanging by a rope, and she is waving at you guys.
Alphonse looks at Callahan and doesn't stop looking at Callahan.
Xena
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Xena diverts course to start heading towards.
Oh, it's Keha.
You
She
just
made
walk
it-
past her.
she made
You
it
just
up.
walk past her. That was a fucking jellyfish. Do you think she's one of those jellyfish people?
What?
The massive jellyfish that we saw in the cave?
You mean octopus?
Xena's just heading towards Keha.
Okay.
I didn't see how many legs that guy had, Emma, so maybe he was just an octopus, maybe just a squid.
Maybe. And anyway, well, I'm not sure it was either. It was a bit too big. It's quite unusual, actually. The based on, well, clearly whatever that creature it was, it did something to Alphonse, making him want to stay. But Keha, there's no way that she's not affected by it. But even so, she still wants to leave, which is very interesting. Unless somehow she's not, maybe she's naturally immune. Who knows? But I think now we have all the more reason to.
We might need to make her stay if she's immune.
No, it's the opposite. It's all that thing was brainwashing people. I mean, it might have been protecting them,
But none of them were aggressive. And if she was able to make sure that none of them did anything that would endanger their lives until we went back and,
I don't think she was like in
kill
charge
the
of them. She was just
squid.
kill it. That would be very difficult.
You reckon?
It was underwater. We could only breathe underwater because it decided to
I
allow
have a
us
plan
presumably.
to take it out of the water.
You do?
Yeah, I'm always coming up with like great plans.
Well,
In fact, I actually
then.
have two plans as it just so happens because I've over-planned for this venture.
That's two more than you usually have.
I always have plans.
Oh, of course. Yes, you're
Attack,
oh, yes.
throw the F word.
Are those separate plans or?
Those are separate. Of course, they're separate plans. Listen. What I'm gonna do is next time we come back here, I'm gonna drink a shit ton of water. I'm gonna turn to Alphonse and be like, "You also drink a shit ton of water." We get to the side of the pool, we start pissing in the pool. All of a sudden, the squid guy, the octopus, he'll be like, and he'll have to swim up to the very top, and that's where you, Karis and Xena, jump him. Then I'm gonna hit him with the bat. Alphonse is gonna be like, "Whoa! Oh my God! It's magic!" and start ripping him to pieces. And then, yeah, we'll save everyone.
I have two problems with this plan.
You have
Respectfully-
two? That was pretty
respectfully,
flawless
yes.
to me. Like,
Yes.
like we win at the end? Is that?
Okay. Problem number one. I'm not really entirely sure that you and Alphonse can produce enough urine in order to drive the creature out. What's most likely to happen, and this is problem two, that what's most likely to happen is that we just irritate the people who worship the creature because you'd be urinating in this holy lake where it resides.
No.
And they wouldn't
That's
really-
not a
they wouldn't
problem.
really like
That's
that.
already calculated. That's encompassed in the plan, as is your first concern. So for the second one, we're going to do it on the side that the people aren't there. You know what I mean? They're all inside the cavern. We're going to do it on the pool outside the cavern, right? And
on this side of the cavern.
in terms of like your worry about us creating volume, it isn't about volume. All right, no one likes pee.
Is
So
it even
any
going to-
amount, and that squid's going to be like, who's trying to pee in my pool?
Have you considered, just for a moment, creatures in the ocean, they need to go pee as well, don't they, Callan? Am I right? Yes.
What? What? Ugh.
Where do you think they go pee?
In a fishy.
Do you think they go out of the water? No, of course they don't. So I'm just
speeding up. He's not talking.
Callan, wait! I need to
Callum
finish.
starts to jog and run away. So we
Callan.
went up to Rebecca. He's like, "Hey, Rebecca, what's the crack?"
And to think I almost missed this session.
Yeah. Also, by the way, welcome Raiders. Welcome.
Oh my god, we got
Thank you,
Raiders during
Raiders.
that time.
We got raided during the
Stop me, guys, please.
we got
Are we all
raided during
gone?
the pee talk. Yes, during all the pee. So the plan.
My face is flushed red. Flushed red. Oh my god.
Outside game is lost a very, very.
So apparently the plan is to piss on the lake where the evil god is. So
That's only one of the plans.
It's only one of the plans.
It's a
Okay.
second plan.
Well,
there we are.
before you get to say your second plan, you do see Keha arrive next to Xena and the rest of you. Xena's just a little bit ahead. And she gives you a big smile and a wave, this dark elf girl, as she arrives on her giant lizard, and she leans forward and goes, I take it the meeting with the God Under Mountain went well then? Since you're on this side?
Something like that.
Yes, it did cost quite a lot of valuable things, but we managed to get through.
Oh yeah, he expects tribute.
I just want to. Are you aware, Keha, that your god may be, and I mean this very respectfully, your god has a sort of mind-altering effect on people around him. Through some kind of magical means, he was influencing Alphonse to want to stay, and it is a nice place. I can understand why someone would want to stay, but he was trying to make Alphonse believe that magically rather than naturally.
That doesn't sound right. I think I
Yes.
would notice if someone was using magic to control people's minds at the village.
That's understandable. Just it was just a little odd, but well, we managed to make through. So
You do see that she does go quiet for a moment, clearly lost in thought.
the people at the village are safe and protected, though. So
Yeah, God Under Mountain protects them. This it's fine. It's fine. Also, Nia just gave everyone a hero point.
woo! Thank you so much.
One for the party. Nice.
party.
Hell yeah. But she just shakes her head as if like clearing her thoughts. Doesn't matter. I'm leaving with you guys, so it doesn't matter. So let's just go. Yeah? Where are we going?
You tell us. You know this area a lot better than us. We're trying to get to the mountain. What would be the safest route there?
Are you trying to get to the volcano, right?
The volcano, sorry.
Volcano.
Yes.
Well, the volcano is a straight shot from here. Shouldn't be a problem. I do have some plants still that might keep the creatures away, so that shouldn't be a problem. But and then she looks at Callahan. I remember some of you had problems with me going.
Sorry, did I say I was going to beat your ass before or after we got to our destination?
Oh, I'm pretty sure you wanted to beat my ass, as she does air quotes, my ass last night. You just couldn't because you were in the middle of the tribe. If you want, we can do it now.
That's untrue. I couldn't because I'm polite.
Uh-huh.
You two are going to shut up, you're going to grow up, and you're going to get to the fucking mountain. Come on, I want to hit you both. Callahan, I don't know how old you are, but you're older than her. Just be an adult. And you do as you're told.
You know, Alphonse, I don't know where you got the idea that I'm old. I'm actually only 12 years old.
Callahan, I swear.
Xena
You
just
are
rolls her
Which makes it sound like maybe I've smoked every day since, but there we are.
Xena just rolls her eyes and turns to Kaya, just says, "Just leave the way."
I'm
Don't
just
deal with
fucking with
these
you,
idiots.
Alphonse. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so there's not going to be a problem?
No.
Karis just face palms.
That's an appropriate response. She looks
Yeah,
at...
we're good for now. We're good for now. I think maybe
Uh-huh.
bring us to our destination, and then we'll see if you're good to go east and such.
I mean, if it
I'm not
comes
sure
to
the
it...
volcano. I'm not sure the volcano would be a good place to hold a duel, but
It would be cinematic, at least.
I suppose it would be very epic.
Wait,
Well,
hold on.
Perhaps we should
Yeah,
hold a
do
duel
you-
with the volcano.
Okay, do you
Just-
actually want to scrap? Is that what you're getting at?
Well, you were pretty sure I couldn't handle myself. That kind of pissed me off, so I do kind of want to beat your ass, but if the others don't want me
You're a
to...
teenager. You're permanently pissed off, as far as I'm concerned. It's called teenage angst.
Callahan, shut up. Now then. Keha, will you lead the way?
Xena, would you like to ride with me?
Sure. That sounds lovely.
Thank you. She grabs your hand and helps you jump on top of the giant lizard, and she goes, this way. And she begins leading you ahead of you, while well, two of you are on foot still, unless you want to share
mean-
horses.
We've done that before.
No. I like walking.
Now we can all be on a mount and it'll be quicker, which means you get paid sooner, Alphonse.
Callahan is welcome to join Emrys.
Callahan, like, very quietly and very, very shut-upedly. That's what Emrys.
Callahan's like a kid who's been told off.
I will say, it's not always up to Emerus who rides Aurora.
As Aurora accepts Callahan.
This time, Aurora accepts Callahan.
What the
Good.
fuck? Oh my god.
Aurora gives an approving
What on
snort.
earth? First, my character's ego, and now my ego? Awful.
Nah, you're fine. You're fine. It's fine. But all right. So you continue on with your travels. Actually, if you think about it, the only one on foot is Alphonse. But Alphonse, you already walk faster than normal, so you actually keep up pretty well with the others as you're all walking through this mountain range this area between the mountain range and the forest, as you head towards the volcano off in the distance. With Keha's help, you actually find a shortcut where you're able to find a pond where you're able to get some fresh water to drink. and speed up your travels a little bit as well. And as night falls, you begin to reach the base of the volcano as you see the red mountain before you. It stands out amidst all the others. And you see a plume of smoke continuously leaving the top of this volcano. Also a hero point for everyone from Nia. This falls off of the volcano. It's fine.
Thank you so
Like-
much.
Hero point.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Nia.
Alright. As you arrive, the sun is already setting. And Keha gives you a smile and she says, "Well, I got you to your destination. Welcome to the Red Mountain."
It's certainly
Thanks.
quite imposing up close, isn't it?
Oh yeah. You can already feel the heat coming out, a natural heat that permeates this area. It's already hitting you and making some of you start to sweat a little bit.
Right, then, I suppose an important question to ask then. Keha, are you planning to join us up the mountain, up the well, to wherever we're trying to go at the volcano as well? Because
No,
it could
she's
be
not, Emirates.
very dangerous.
Oh, now it's dangerous.
What do you mean now it's dangerous? Of course it's
It was
dangerous.
always dangerous, Emirates. Always. Bringing her was always reckless and dangerous. And now you're saying that it's more dangerous.
I can handle
but-
myself.
He just ignores her.
Better than the alternative of her going off by herself.
Okay, I'm just... Never mind. Well then, we were... So, there should be some ruins on this on this volcano, I believe, correct?
Yeah. It's about an hour that way.
So, if I remember correctly, from what we were told, we're not looking for the ruins. We're looking for something further up.
Alright.
Any magic you guys have to help us pinpoint where she is?
No.
Now that
not-
we're here and closer.
Not particularly. No, not really.
Yeah, absolutely, of course. Magic. You can do anything. Watch this. I cast enhance ability on myself and then would like to investigate the area.
This would actually be a survival, so you enhance ability for wisdom. So Owl's wisdom. So roll a survival with advantage as you're trying to find any traces of Krona.
Survival with a wisdom check? Right.
Yes, Mr. Cleric. Oh my. You left.
Hero point?
Oh,
Uh,
what? I dropped my dice. Whoop de doodle.
Uh-huh. That is perfect. I'm sorry, Dusk. That is so perfect.
Poor Callahan.
Oh no.
So Callahan's looking around at a 10 in survival. He sees.
He sees the volcano, and one thing that he notices, there's a large chunk of worked stone that has been toppled. Seems old, seems to have been here for a while and been covered by some kind of eruption. that happened at some point. It seems worked, like it was made by worked. The stone was worked into this shape by something. It's not natural, but that's about it that he sees. Everyone else sees that as well, by the way.
Can I use my mason's tools to investigate it?
You can try to investigate it, yeah. So you can approach it. You
Sorry, hold on. I was distracted. What are we investigating or looking at?
basically a large rock that seems to have been worked into possibly a part of the ruins, but it has been just completely taken over by volcanic rock. Just a part of it is sticking out, and that's what Callahan
Okay.
found. You can start investigating. Roll a history with proficiency. You have proficiency with Mason's tools, right?
With mason's tools? Absolutely not. What are you on about?
Oh no, then it's a 3. Okay, so you
Sorry, I bought mason's tools, so I want to use them. That's about
Oh,
it.
okay. So you get there with your chisel and hammer, and you hit the volcanic rock to see if you can clear it a little bit to read if there's any imagery or inscriptions. And you hit it, and you just see cracks begin to form all across the stone, and then a large portion of it just shatters into several pieces.
Wow, Callahan, you're very strong.
Yep. Emrys, you hit the
Terrible face
nail
palm
on the
again.
head.
No, I think you're the one who hit it.
Karis
It was
face
a joke, bro. It
palming.
was
Into
a
the
joke,
rock.
bro. Oh my god. Oh dear.
I believe Karis face palming is the always in the background of every scene is just Karis face palming. That's grand. That's very grand.
This shit's pretty weird, isn't it? Yeah, anyone know anything? Hey, okay, do you know anything about this? What this was?
I'm
Past
not.
tense.
I'm not. I can't speak for Kay, but I'm not versed in ruins particularly. But the ruins aren't what we're. If you remember, Srold, he said, well, what we learned from him. No, not Srold. Sorry, from
Keiko.
his companions. We learned that what we're looking for isn't in the ruins. They went further up. They just ignored the ruins. So, in the interest of time, we should probably ignore them as well.
Wouldn't Natasha's friends be more interested in the ruins, though?
Yes, I'm sure. After we've saved her friend.
But isn't that where her friend probably would have went?
I mean, if she could move around and go places easily, then I'm sure she would have escaped and notified Natasha.
No, that's fair enough. All right.
So, do you wish to? Should we make camp here, or do you want to keep going until we
Is there-
find the ruins?
Is it evening or?
Yeah, the sun's setting, so
Yeah, we may as well make camp here, unless here is a particularly dangerous spot, but I don't imagine it would be any better than anywhere else.
it's up to you. GG. And the lizard raises its head and begins looking around, and then it starts moving towards the volcano. And it seems to have located a small little alcove where you can set up camp.
Oh, that's very helpful. Thank you.
All right.
All right, we're setting up camp, I guess.
You're setting up camp. All right.
With an alcove, we don't necessarily need tents.
Yes, because you also don't have tents.
Yep.
Yep. Anyway, as you start settling in.
Can I make my tents? Can I? Do I have enough time to build my fucking tent? I
You
have a
don't
bunch
have-
of
you just-
scrap work for it.
You don't have the material for the tents.
My guy gave me all the material.
He said he'd give it to you after the meeting with the god on the mountain. But he didn't actually go back, so
No.
yeah. Well, anyway,
Even all the work.
you-
Letting my tents burn. Do I not have any spells? No, I actually don't. Yeah, guys, we're fucked.
well, as you start making camp, Keha just says, "So, let me get this straight. You're looking for someone who's on the mountain, on the volcano, literally at the top. Is that it?"
Where she is.
Remind me, did they go into somewhere in particular after passing the ruins? Or was it like a different set of ruins, or where did they go?
Keiko, the only thing Keiko said was they reached the ruins. They went into the ruins up them towards the top of the volcano.
They did go into the ruins. I thought they went past. Okay.
Yeah, they went through the ruins basically.
Oh, okay. I misremembered. No, we are going into the ruins, but we're not here for the ruins. We're here for a person.
And once
After going into the ruins, we need to head further up, at least as far as the directions we know.
And once you find the person, you're just gonna leave?
Well, if she's alive, then we escort her out. If she's not, then we see if there's anything that we can collect as a memento, and then leave.
Oh. That was a bit boring.
This person means a lot to the one who's paying us. So
Alright.
And there might be a dragon involved.
What?
I hope not.
I mean, I did see a dragon in this area, more or less. That was a while back. I don't.
Oh, yo, they look like a
Was
wind
this the
dragon?
Was this the dragon you already talked about that you did not get a good look at?
Yeah.
I'll keep my eyes out.
I do look at Emrys when dragons are all mentioned. I'm just kind of mad. Do you think it might be, wink?
Emrys forms a psychic link with Callahan and just says no.
These things are so handy to set up. It's crazy. I wish I could do this. Otherwise, I wouldn't have to whisper.
Yes, it is quite convenient, isn't it, Callahan? But
It is. We really need a.
perhaps we need we need to sort out a hand sign where if you'd like me to contact
I was thinking the exact same thing. Joe, who else uses hand signs?
Shadow Ninjas.
Shadow Ninjas, baby!
Yeah.
And fucking Callahan starts fist pumping silently in the air.
Of course.
Zeta
High-fives
just
Callahan with the mage
sees.
hand.
Zeta just looks at this and just shakes her head.
Are they okay?
Humans are weird.
Yeah.
Don't blame all of us for that.
Callahan's perception is so strong, he actually misses the hate speech. Just
Mm-hmm.
tunes into the laughter of the players. Let's go, boys.
So, okay. You're going to go up the volcano then. Gigi doesn't really handle the heat very well.
Might not have to go all the way up, just have to find the person. Who knows? Comes with the job.
Well, we will have to.
We didn't expect to have to pay a bunch of money over to a god because
Hang on,
someone
Harold,
doesn't
we-
know how to negotiate. And Xena looks towards Alphonse.
I would like to state for the record that there's nothing holy or demonic about that being that we encountered.
But it's a god.
Not by my observation.
Anyway, I've realized something that is worth considering. It's not only Gigi. What was his name? Gigi.
What, my lizard? Yes, Gigi.
And that was me asking out of character.
Oh, yeah,
anyway.
the lizard. She's been calling the lizard Gigi this whole time.
Right. Not only Gigi, but also Aurora. I assume there will not really be room for them in the ruins, since that's where we'll be entering. So, unless we're going to just leave them somewhere, we may need someone to look after them.
So you want me to play babysitter to your horses?
I'm not necessarily saying that, but I'm just saying that unless we are planning to, okay, it's not like we're planning to spend days inside of the ruins. I imagine exploring it will only take a few hours at most, maybe a day at most, but a horse can survive a day without eating. So we can tie the horses up outside, the horse and the lizard, and just leave them there. The problem then is, if something decides that it wants to make a meal out of them.
I'm not leaving Gigi.
Can Gigi fit inside the ruins?
I don't know. I've never been to the ruins.
All right. Well, when we get there, we'll decide. How about that?
Okay. She narrows her eyes as she's looking at you, Emerus. Then turns to.
I'm just saying.
She slowly turns to Xena and speaking in Elvish. She says, "Is that one the leader?"
No, but they are very annoying.
Huh. They do speak a lot. Who's the leader
That's why
then?
they're annoying.
Are you the
And
leader?
then, who's the leader just points towards Karis. I made her the leader.
Wait, so if you made her the leader, does that mean you're the leader? The leader's leader?
I don't like to be the leader, so I chose her to be the leader. It's complicated. Our boss chose me. I chose her.
Okay. Okay.
Non-elves are weird.
Uh-huh. I've only met a couple of them. Some of them from the tribe, but... Yeah, sure. Okay. She looks around. I'm gonna go rest. You all have a good night. She turns and then she just turns to Callahan real quick and goes, "Unless you want to fight."
Xena shoots Callahan a death glare.
Genuinely don't like the little snip you're giving me. Callahan shoots Xena a death glare, thinking this is just friendly banter. And Dusk drafts up a new character sheet.
Sharpshooter. She.
Wait, are you ignoring Keha or what?
Are you ignoring her? Callahan?
Is Callahan ignoring Xena?
Yeah, I'm asking because she said
No,
unless you want to
Keha
fight.
asked
Keha
if you want
asked
to
if-
fight, and then Xena shot Callahan a death glare once.
Oh,
Keha
sorry, I'm
said
ignoring
that.
Keha. Sorry, I was like, I just responded directly to Xena. What the fuck? Yeah, no, Callahan keeps walking. You're fine for now. We're gonna have a quick chat. We're gonna see if it's worthwhile resorting to reckless violence. I mean, like, look, like, I just wish. Have you found God?
You're the one that said you wanted to fight me before.
Yeah, then you said something cool, and I was like, you know what, fuck this, man. Like, this might actually be alright. But at the same time, I'm not against
Why not? Why
putting
not?
baby in the corner.
why not some friendly fisticuffs? I mean, you both seem. Callahan, you were very interested in this earlier, and it seems like Keha wants to go as well. You know, we can. Callahan, you can heal people. You can ensure that things won't get too out of hand.
Can he heal
Just-
himself? Because that's what he's gonna need.
Oh, okay.
Kid, I'll actually kill you. Like, no joke. Like, don't even fucking try me. No, fucking Emrys. Me and Em have been best friends for ages. Em doesn't give me half as much of shit as you. And I swear to Chris, I would snap that kid like a brick. Or a twig.
She playfully sticks her tongue out.
Emrys, I
Yes.
apologize. I didn't mean I was going to snap you like a twig, per se. Like, twig is in, like, the way that someone would try and hack apart a tree. Or maybe step on a snail. I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to insult you or anything, you know what I mean?
It's okay. I mean, if I were to handicap myself, then and not use any of my abilities whatsoever, then of course that is what the outcome would be.
Xena, Keha, you hear Keha turn towards you and speak in Elvish, which all of you except for Emrys understand, but she clearly just thinks Xena is the only one that speaks Elvish. And she says, I can see why you brought him. He's actually very entertaining. The fools usually are.
Xena just smirks in response. Doesn't say anything, but is very clearly amused. Yeah.
She turns back to Callahan and she's walking backwards, like very relaxed towards her lizard. Well, whenever you want to go, just remember you might not be able to walk for a while.
Callahan, are you going to take this? You're going
Is
to
that a
let it slide?
threat round? Like, is that what you're getting at here?
Hey, she's a cocky kid. What do you want?
What's that chaos thing? Is it just sorry, the way the delivery wise, I didn't know if you were just warning me. You're like, look, man, my NPC's gonna break your character's leg, and that's just how it's gonna go.
That's all her. That's all her. That's all Keha speaking.
Honestly, kid, you're so cocky that now I'm starting to think that we're gonna initiate combat. We're gonna roll for initiative, and I'm gonna like break your lungs. Like this is getting awkward and embarrassing for you. So I mean, like, look, it's a word I heard some of the kids say, but you're being extra cringe right now.
I don't know what that means.
Epically cringe, I think, is that the actual term.
Oh, so she speaks in Elvish again to Xena. So the fool also makes up words.
Callahan, was that Oni?
He is very entertaining, but
Yeah.
also annoying.
I don't know about
I know
annoying.
for a fact. Listen, Keha, I also speak Elvish, and I can say for a fact that Xena does not find me entertaining.
Oh,
So don't believe what this person has to say to you. Xena, I can't believe you would lie to a fucking child. That is just disgusting behavior.
I'm not a
Kids
child.
like this, these are our future.
Stop calling me a kid. You actually see she gets a little bit annoyed.
Genuinely, I call everyone kid. I don't take it personally. It's not an age-based thing. It's just more of a.
Don't call me a kid.
Callahan, be an adult and listen to her.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? Don't be throwing like the fucking adult card. I mean, that's awful. Where's your inner child?
Just don't want you to call me a kid. Understand?
Keha, man, I appreciate it. And look, I'll do my best not to call you a kid, alright?
Okay. Good. She turns around and goes to lay down with her lizard. A little bit of ways from the rest of the group. Not too much, but a slightly bit of ways.
Hey, Keha,
What?
do you have any tents going?
No.
Fuck you.
Fuck you too.
And yeah, I think Callan will take the first watch of that.
I love the fact that like Kaya was so enthusiastic about leaving. She's like been with the party for like 5 minutes and she's clearly regretting it so much.
What do you mean? This is like such a warm welcome.
She's already been told to fuck off. It's fine.
So, look, I mean, let's be honest. Like, that's pretty much Xena's entire interaction with the party for the past trip.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Maybe it's an elf. Maybe it's an elf thing.
Maybe
elves
it's
are just
Maybelline.
assholes.
All right. So first watch goes to Callahan. Who goes for the second, third, and fourth watch?
I'll take the second watch.
All right.
I'll take fourth watch.
Okay.
Xena will do second and third.
All right. So Callahan, as you sit down next to the volcano, roll a perception.
Just before I do, can I ask, would this be the first, like, how many volcanoes are there in Wolgate and Onigashima?
There is a volcano in Onigashima that you can see from Wolgate, and there is another in an island near Wolgate.
Okay, so this will be the first volcano that Callan's seen.
It might be the first one that you've seen up close. Because in Wolgate itself, there are no volcanoes.
Oh, yeah, but like, I've seen it from a distance. Like,
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, like, part of my perception, like, I can kind of, like, see, like, is it, like, a warm volcano? Like, what's kind of vibe from it?
There is from what you can see normally, there is a pillar of black smoke and ash coming out from the volcano constantly.
Is this new to me? Like, so the
other ones don't have
Onigashima
that.
and the Wolgate
Yeah.
ones, they're not active then, no?
The other ones, the Onigashima one is active sometimes, but it's like every other decade there's some activity. So you would have heard it within your lifetime. The one next to Wolgate has not been active for centuries.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I
Within
suppose.
his lifetime, I thought he was 12.
Well played, man. Well played. I
Well
do think
played.
that deserves a bit of an award.
All right. Roll a perception to see how your watch goes. That's a 20. That's
Low rolls, guys. Only a 20.
only a 20. Only a 20.
Rookie.
All right. You keep watch. You do hear some rumbling coming from the volcano itself. Low rumbling. But you don't feel like it's any immediate danger, so to speak. And your watch ends. Second watch, it would be Xena and Alphonse.
Lovely. Crazy eights.
Mm-hmm. Xena?
Ocho loco.
You know what? I accidentally rolled, and it was just a GM.
That's why. That's because I wasn't even looking at my chat. I was looking at the one on stream.
Yeah, no, I also rolled an 8. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, it was also an 8.
Okay, so that was also an 8. So you're not really paying attention. Are you two talking about anything, or just just focusing on each other?
Yeah, I'll also start conversation. He's gonna say, breaking that kid was a mistake. That kid's gonna die, or Callahan is gonna die, and I don't know which one to kill.
Better than the alternative. She could have left by herself, died all by herself, or she would be stuck in that hellhole as a slave to some false god, like you
Should be
almost
safe.
were.
He would be safe there, at least.
Is safety more important than free will? Than actually being someone and doing what you want? Would you have rather been there and stayed there and been safe?
I don't know. That's a real question, Zine. That's a real question. Where is free will if we... I mean, there's never really a free will, you know? Because if you do what you want all the time, you're gonna get into trouble. So that's not really free will. So if you willingly give that up, you're exercising free will over your own free will for safety.
Free will is free will. Don't try and complicate things.
Yeah.
If she
We're
gets
still on
into
the same-
trouble, that's still living her life. Plenty of people have chosen wrongly, chosen poorly. Many have chosen right or chosen well. The importance is the ability to choose. If you take that away from someone, they're not really human or elf or whatever anymore. They're just a puppet.
Depends on the choice, obviously.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you have to choose something really important?
I did. She never
Can I
had.
know what was it?
No.
Okay, I respect that.
The importance is the ability to choose. If you don't have that, and she just kind of trails off.
Yeah. Well, my life belongs to someone else, and I know that person's dead. So, there's not much free will anymore.
Sorry.
Nah, it was my fault. Well, good night.
Night.
All right. So Alphonse goes to bed, and the next one to wake up would be. Wait, Xena takes the third one alone, right?
Unless Emrys was also taking third watch. But
Emrys
Emrys.
will wake up for third watch, sure.
Okay, cool. Then Emrys, you can roll a perception. Xena, you're keeping yours.
1 second. Where are mine? There we are. Okay.
All right. Someone's paying close attention to the surroundings. I assume the watch is basically Xena glaring at Emrys the whole time.
no, Zena's not glaring. She's just thinking.
Permanent bitch face, at least.
Mm-hmm.
No, just thinking.
Okay.
Unless Emrys wants to give her a reason to make a bitch face.
I don't think Emrys has anything to ask Xena at the moment, so.
All right. And then Emrys goes to bed. Then nothing happens.
Okay.
And Karis, it's your turn. By yourself, I believe. Set. There we go. 8. All right.
I was trying to get my sheet to get to perception before unmuting myself.
yeah, it's fine. You're not really paying too much attention, and
I'm
nothing.
paying too much attention to the sky.
Ah, yes, of course. You are. But you also don't see any dragons in the sky. However, near the end of your watch, as you're just looking up in the sky, you hear a footstep very close to camp. You look to the side, to the origin of the sound, and you see a figure, not very tall, standing just outside the range of the fire, of the light that comes from the campfire. Do you do anything? Do you react?
I'm gonna take a look out that way at the figure.
All right. Roll perception with disadvantage
Another-
because it's in the dark.
Oh boy, human tax.
Yes, human tax, exactly. There's 4 humans and 1 elf here.
Oh, they're 2 elves now.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. You do notice that Keha is just sleeping peacefully. But as you try to see, you do see that the figure is getting closer. But you can't really tell. It's a squat humanoid figure. That's the best you can see.
Who goes there?
The figure stops. And you hear, "Are you pathfinders?"
Who's asking?
"I am. Are you pathfinders?"
No.
"Good." And you see the figure starts walking closer into the light. And you see a dwarven woman. She seems to be fairly younger. Not teenage young, but in human terms, about mid to late 20s at best. She has around her eyes, over her forehead, and some of her hair are completely black, and then the other part of her hair turns to red. She has a tattoo under her left eye that seems to be almost like a black diamond shape. She has these these hazel eyes that in this light almost seem red, and she seems to be wearing not any armor, but she has these robes with some intricate golden inlays upon it, these darker robes. And she looks around. "Who sent you here?"
Players trying to figure out the best way to answer this.
Mm-hmm. She's not speaking too loudly, by the way. She is
Yeah.
just calmly.
Not trying to wake people
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Hmm.
"You're not elves, at least." She looks around. "Not all of you. And for humans to be out here, someone sent you. Some mission. So who the fuck are you? Who sent you?"
Player question. What was the description of the person we were looking for?
"Just a dwarven woman."
So we were looking for a dwarven.
"Yes."
What was her name again?
"Krona."
Krona. Carousel ask, are you Krona?
"No, I'm the one asking who's asking."
I'm asking you that.
You see her gives a soft chuckle. "I walked into that one. Aye. My name's Krona, and if you're looking for me and you're not with the Pathfinders, I'm guessing you're the ones Natasha sent."
Karis nods. Yes.
"Good. You look like a strong fighter."
I manage.
"Good. What about the rest?"
They can be difficult to deal with at times, but I've seen them hold their own in combat. Except for the young elf girl over there. She is from a group nearby and is wanting to leave to see the world, so she tagged along with us.
You brought along a child, aye. Well, if she's scouting for you, she knows what she's doing. As long as she's safe. Well, you're looking for me. You found me. Now you're gonna help me.
You're still not done here?
Oh no. Not since those fuckers from the Pathfinders left me behind. Haven't been able to get any progress. Bunch of fucking cowards.
We met with them, and yes, I do not agree with
Me guess, Srald?
them. Yes.
Hope you gave that fucker a good walloping.
He is no longer in this world.
Oh, look at that. Impressive. That's good. Well, a bit of a shame. I wanted to kill him myself when I get back, but apparently I won't get the pleasure of doing that. Might catch the other ones though.
The rest of them are still alive, although they have been intimidated, to say the least.
Oh. Well, if you kill him, then I suppose that makes sense. That's good. That proves you're at least stronger than he was. And I don't think he would be able to do this job. That's good. That's good.
It would be best to wait for the others to awake so that we are fully rested,
Aye.
and then for to explain what it is you need us to do to the whole group.
Aye. Mind if I take a seat? Get some food in me.
Karis will message will wave a hand towards a place near where she's sitting for her to sit down.
You see her walking over and she
I presume that we've got a little leftover Calyx spam.
Callahan, did you make Callus spam? Before going to bed? Dusk?
Sorry, actually, I muted myself for the first time in fucking months. The answer is yeah, he 100% did.
Okay. Also, Work just gave you the 3rd hero point for the party. Thank you, Work.
Yeehaw! Work top 2.
Look at the
Hero
people.
points for
helping.
Callahan to use to beat
Yeah.
up KR.
Beat up a
Get
teenager.
little digit there in the
Anyway.
viewers. We'll drop a gift sub.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So you she eats, and as morning comes, the rest of you.
But before morning comes,
Okay.
Karis will ask about the dragon.
A dragon. Do you give the description of your dragon?
Karis gives the description, yes.
Of her dragon. Okay. She go. A dragon with see-through wings. You know, the story isn't unfamiliar. I haven't seen it myself, but I think I've seen something in one of the reports back home. Might be able to get you something if you do a good job here.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Aye. Anything else you wish to talk with Krona?
Nothing specifically, no.
All right. So what happens until everyone wakes up is basically Krona asks about your adventure so far, like your travels up to this area, to this location. And then as
Karis will explain what all has happened.
Mhm.
The Manticore Cave, the elf attack on that place. That's name I'm forgetting.
Fort
Yeah.
Bayfield. Bayfield.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
she gives a detailed explanation. Yeah. Well, not
Yeah.
detailed, but she talks to her. Okay. Morning comes, and Alphonse, Xena, Callahan, and Amaris, you all start to wake up, and you see that you have a new companion in the camp, just poking at the fire that has gone out. And you do see the dwarven woman as she gives you all a nod. Morning, sleepyheads.
Are you Krona?
Aye.
Oh well, this makes it easier. We're looking for you. Thanks for coming to us. That's
I saw you a mile away.
well, that's very impressive. Callahan didn't see you, and he's usually very good at that sort of thing.
Didn't exactly use me eyes though.
Well, then you didn't see us.
She just gives you a smile.
She uses magic, you dingbat. She says,
Oh.
Xena says that in Elvish, by the way.
Oh, okay. Emrys
Knowing Emrys can't understand. what
Emrys
she's
is
saying.
oblivious then.
Callahan, knowing that Xena insults him in Elvish, turns Xena and be like, "What the fuck? I didn't say anything. That's so rude. Oh my god. So early in the morning for this shit. Emrys, can you believe this? Ridiculous."
Yes, I know. Anyway,
Wait, is Callahan also saying that in Elvish, or is he saying that in Common?
The very last bit in common.
Okay.
no. Anyway, though, we found Krona. Well, Krona's found us, I suppose.
Hey, job complete, guys. Great job. You high fives all around.
Was the
I
job
think,
was the job justified me?
well, Natasha said that she lost contact with you, and she was worried that you were well, dead.
And of course she did.
In other words, yes. So
We were asked to bring you back.
yeah, let's go.
Oh, no. I'm not going back until I'm finished here.
Oh, you're finished. For what that idiot told us, you were after burned on fire. Yeah. No.
Yes.
Oh, yes, actually, that's a good point. What is that? The Pathfinders that weren't dead told us about. They said that you were looking for some sort of bird on fire, as Alphonse so
Aye.
eloquently described.
Aye, I'm looking for the. Well, I found it though. But
Yes,
now
and
I'm
the
looking.
Pathfinders ran away from it.
Aye, because they were fucking cowards.
I agree.
Bunch of smooth stones over there, but I'm pretty sure you're not cowards. And you're capable since you killed Thrald.
We're not idiots either.
No,
Well,
but you're strong.
Not all of us are. And Cena looks over towards Emerson Callahan.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably not the smartest one here, so you know.
Look, I'm not leaving until I'm done. So you either help me, or you can just leave and fail your mission.
What are you doing?
I can tell you if you agree to help me.
All right, well, let's just pretend
Agree
that
to
I'm willing to play.
anything.
Just you know, you're not. You understand how bad that sounds, right? That's literally
Yeah.
like, oh, come with us. Your friend's worried, and it's like, ooh, I'll come, but only if you help me with my thing. And we're like, okay, well, what's the thing that you're doing so we can get you back to the people who care about you? And like, oh.
In broad strokes, I'm just gonna say that I'm trying to
Only if you say I'll help you. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, that's
listen. In broad strokes, I'm just gonna say that I'm trying to kill that fucking bird and trying to get something from it. If you want more information, I'll give it to you once we have an agreement.
You know, Carlo, we are very huge fans of art. We like those precise, detailed strokes before we come to a conclusion. So, you can't do whatever you want to do without our help. We can, however, just go back and, oh no, we failed. So, you either tell us what you want us to do clearly, or we can't agree on anything.
If you go back and you don't bring me, Natasha ain't gonna pay ya.
Yeah, I have money. I can pass one job. You seem very desperate on killing that bird, though, so I'm willing to bet that you want this more than us.
Aye.
So please be a dear and explain to us. We're not saying no outright. Just explain it.
How about this? Consider, instead of trying to threaten us into cooperating with you,
I ain't threatening nobody. I'm just
well,
stating the facts.
coerce. Perhaps you could, consider what you can offer us in return.
I was thinking in return. She pauses for a moment. You know what?
Because if you say in return that you come back with us, we, not to. I'm sure you're quite skillful. You've survived this long, but it's highly likely that we would be able to force you to come back if we so wished. So
You can definitely try. I wouldn't advise
yes,
it.
we could, but it would be. This is why I'm saying it would be much
I
easier
am
if we
more
could come to an
willing to help
agreement.
her than to try to force her to come back.
Oh, looks like I have one on my side.
Oh my god, Karis, we're just trying to figure out what the fuck this person's trying to talk about. Like, we're obviously not going to do anything. It's an empty threat Emrys is making. It's
Listen.
not even a veiled knife.
Karis is
Listen.
in, I'm in.
Oh my god.
Oh, looks like I have two. And you,
She's told us the dangerous part, which is that we're going to be fighting something, and she is a friend of Natasha's.
well, multiple things,
Why
but
try?
yes,
What
mainly.
if one of those things like says no to all magic and all smite? Then like did they kind of like disclose that to us? No.
Well, I think that she seems to know what she's. Well, what we would be fighting. I'm sure she knows a decent amount about it. In fact, she's encountered it.
Emrys, are you on Cronus? I'm literally trying to back you up.
Yes, but I want to.
Fine,
I
I'm
want
a
to.
Crona. Yeah, Crona, I'll help you. Yeah, whatever the fuck. This is ridiculous.
I'm just saying, if she wants us to help, would be
Listen,
more effective.
listen. If you help me, I'll be very grateful. I'm a very skilled arcanist. I know what I'm doing and I know how to create magical artifacts, which might be a good thing for adventurers like you. You'll be in my good graces.
Just out of curiosity, can you like forge something that would like equate my perception to my spellcasting ability?
I don't know what any of those words mean.
Could you
Just
make
out of
me a
curiosity,
reinforced Bible? I'd appreciate that.
Could you make Callahan some really good glasses that make him see better?
I can definitely think about it.
Xena
You're
is
welcome,
just
Callahan.
face palming, by the way.
What's
Alright.
up with everyone? Everyone's always smelling their fucking hand around here. This is just disgusting. Listen, Corona will help. Emrys, you lose. Sorry, buddy.
But I wanted to help. I just wanted her to. I just wanted to try to get her to tell us
Sorry,
more.
man. Like it just it sucks to
Look,
suck, but here we are.
We have to play hard to get. We can't just agree to everything.
Hard to get? Are you kidding me? We played our hardest there, man. We fold like a deck of cards.
Where's Keha, by the way? That's where Xena's looking for
Keha is just sitting behind you guys on top of her lizard, just staring and listening, and then she looks at Callahan and Emrys, shakes her head a little bit, and then she continues to listen.
But I asked you, DM, to roll for shame for Keha.
Second-hand embarrassment.
Rolled an 18 for embarrassment. So she is very embarrassed to be a part of this group, even if
She
temporarily.
picked the wrong people to tag along.
Completely wrong. We're all from different genres right here.
Krona turns to Karis and goes, "They are an interesting bunch, aren't they? What about the bearded one?" Turns to Alphonse. "Are you still against doing this job?"
You literally have nothing that interests me. Can you just be honest? Is it so hard? Like, you can make magic, you can see us a mile away, you can contact Natasha, but you just can't be honest. This
I have been
right
honest.
here is why I don't like magic.
I have been honest. I've told you exactly what I'm trying to do.
Fine.
Now I can go into detail now that you've agreed, but it's not going to be easy. Inside this mountain, that is, as you've been told, a bird of fire. It has many names across different cultures. If I'm not mistaken, the elves call it the sunbird. The Oni call it firewing. Tomo apparently calls it a hero point for everyone. Thank you, Tomo.
Thank you.
The party has 4 hero points at this
Tomo.
point. Yeah. She pauses. And back in Kalios, the one we know about, we call it a phoenix.
Does since she said sunbird specifically, I bet somebody else noticed.
Everyone's gonna roll a history for their own culture's version of the name that they heard.
First, I'm going to refresh roll 20 because it disconnected me again.
Aww.
Yeah.
You're gonna use the hero
But I
point?
have
know what?
advantage on the roll, considering that was the name of one of like the 4 gangs of Woolgate.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll. Use my hero point.
It's similar to one of the names of the gangs. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's technically better.
So that's advantage for me, yeah.
What do you mean advantage?
Because
I
Calvin
use
knows
my
a lot
own
about
hero
like,
point.
sort of like the history of. 'Cause he was part of like the Gembu, so I presume there's like history there. So I'm presuming there's history for like the other. There's
Depending
only
on
3 other gangs.
actually no, you roll normally. Depending on what you roll, you'll gain different information than the others. All right.
I'll take
So
another road. I'll take another road.
all right.
Actually, no. Sorry. Can I use a hero point? We have 4, don't we?
You can. There are
Well, you
4
have your-
hero points.
Technically, you're using your own first.
This is true.
Well, that's fair enough. Okay, look, I won't be selfish. I'll use my own. I'll use the group one, please. Is there any way you guys would let me use the group one instead? Please, sirs.
Yeah, you can. I'll allow it.
Oh my god, that was the worst. I've never felt my
Wow,
heart go
a
wrong.
0. That is beautiful.
Oh Jesus, oh lads. All right, I'm going for a stroll. This is the worst.
Right, now we have 3 hero points.
Now the party has 3 hero points. That's where one of Nia's
Man,
hero
please,
points
I
went.
hit a 5. Come on, man, give me anything. Just let me know.
Well, you still have an 11. It's still the highest roll that you keep. All right, so that's 21 for Amaris. God damn, Amaris, you were eating through Albion's books like crazy.
Ems didn't really have anything else to do.
You fucking nerd. Yeah, no, it's true. Amaris really didn't have anything else to do. Let's see. So that's a 16 for Alphonse. Alphonse, you're pretty well read. Considering. It's an 11 and a 10. Okay, so let's.
Well-informed adventurer.
Yes, indeed. So for Xena, you recall the name Thunbird does bring you something to memory. You recall the stories from your grandfather that he used to tell. One of them did involve the great Sunbird, the bringer of warmth, the one that brought heat and fire to the mortal people of the branch. You don't know. You heard conflicting information. Some say that it is a messenger of the god of wind, the god of air, Urian. Some say it's a child of Kador, the god of fire. You're not sure because you only vaguely remember the stories that were told around the campfire when you were growing up.
But it was the Firebird, not or Sunbird, not like
Yes.
one of multiple Sunbirds.
Yes.
Okay. For what I remember.
Yeah. From what you remember, it's the legend of the Sunbird, basically.
Okay.
Callahan, with your 11, because you come from a more of a mix between Kalios culture and Oni culture, so you do gain other information, including the information from the gang. So there were, as you remember, there was one gang called the Vermilion Bird, also sometimes nicknamed the Firewing by the Oni themselves. The Onis in the gangs used to call it the Firewings. But to everyone else, it's usually the Vermilion Bird. You remember vaguely that there was one time when everyone was super drunk, and you were just sitting around, and there was this Oni that was telling a story about the Firewing that lived within the volcano in Onigashima. Onigashima, god damn it, lived inside the volcano in Onigashima, and every once in a while you could hear it sing whenever it was back in the homeland. This always came before the volcano erupted. And finally, we have the humans with the Kaliosian culture. So, as for Karis, you don't come from a very scholarly background, but you did hear some stories about the Phoenix back in the old country. Stories that come from the old country about the Phoenix that helped remake the world and bring life. But it's very vague. It's been a while since you've heard your mother tell you that tale, and it's been changing throughout the years.
As stories do.
Yeah. As for Alphonse, you heard more information. There is from you actually read it from the library. From a certain wealthy person that you know. There was one time when you got kind of bored waiting for her.
Like he got so wasted that he was like, "Damn it, I'm gonna study."
There we go. Yeah, bored and wasted, a powerful combination. And you did read something. You did read something about rumors that, and not rumors. In Kalios, there is a giant fire elemental, a bird. Well, it's a fire elemental that takes the shape of a bird, a gigantic and very powerful, probably one of the most powerful fire elementals that were discovered in Kalios. Also discovered inside a volcano, and it is said that it not only has the ability to control the volcano itself and the surrounding heat, but that this bird has the a special ability. But the problem is, you didn't read that part because you kind of passed out after reading the first part. but Emerus, you did read that part. Possibly even reading the same book that Alphonse had been reading, with notes from Albion. So, according to the notes, Albion was very interested in this. Incredibly interested in this. You know, Albion comes from Kalios, originally. He's a very old individual, and he started his life in Kalios. And back in Kalios, you do know that from the notes that Albion at some point wanted to personally study this phoenix because of one special ability that it has. Whenever this creature dies, it doesn't stay dead. It always brings itself back from the ashes of its body. It is impossible to kill the phoenix. It will always come back. And this interested Albion greatly. The problem is, back in Kalios, the phoenix that he knew about was protected by one of the kingdoms that he didn't belong to. There was such a force that was placed to protect the location of this phoenix that Albion saw that it was not profitable to further this research of his. And one of the reasons he came to Telia was to see if it could actually find a phoenix here as well.
Okay.
All right. So, oh, I got a D20. I got a hero point. Thank you, Lightning. You're wonderful. Thank you so much.
No!
Yes, always yes. Always give your DMs hero points. We love them. Thank you. But Krona says that you know anything about the thing I'm talking about? Do you need an explanation?
I know that they
I need an explanation.
they're creatures that live in volcanoes. They have fire abilities, and most unusually they well, they don't really die. They bring themselves back to life, I suppose.
You see Krona, once you mentioned that, see Krona give a big nod and a small smile. Aye. So
They aren't there. Isn't there only one?
No, they're a certain individual who I once knew wished to study them, presumably in a very similar way that you are doing now, Krona. But the phoenix that they were aware of was heavily protected, but and they came to this land in search of another one. Presumably, they haven't found this one, but if there's another in another land, then it's not a unique instance.
from everything I've been studying here in Talia, there's only been stories about one of them. That's the same back in Kalios. My theory is that there's only one per continent. Assumedly. But either way, I'm trying to develop a very specific magical tool. Very specific ritual is needed for that. And gaining the source of this phoenix's revival ability is crucial for what I'm trying to do. Now, I believe I can harness it. But first we're gonna have to kill it.
Won't it just come back?
If I harness it, no. I'll be taking away its ability to regenerate and using it for my ritual.
Is that really the most advisable thing, though?
I don't care. I'm doing this. I need to.
Can I insight check that last statement?
Alright, roll an insight. Whoever wants to roll an insight, you can.
I'll roll an insight because
I am not rolling well at all today. God.
Well, you rolled above a 10. That's still well. Okay. Okay. Anyone else? Or just that? Okay.
I'll roll inside, I guess.
I'm just
what
asking.
am I doing here? This is wisdom was my shtick.
yeah, well. Um
Seven's like, well, I guess if I have to roll the highest insight score of everyone, I will.
there is one thing that you notice, Kareth. There is in her voice and in her eyes something very, very familiar that you feel. And it takes you a moment to realize. It's a very similar obsession that you yourself find yourself having. This woman is clearly, and you notice this as well, Callahan. She is clearly very intent and focused on this. And for her to have come all the way out here, because you do remember that Natasha said that Krona wanted to come to this place herself instead of just sending Pathfinders to gather the materials. She wanted to come herself and put herself in danger. This is clearly some kind of obsession for her. You do gain a little hints of this, Xena and Alphonse. He is very focused, at least you find. Yeah, but that's about it.
All right.
What can you do with that tool?
I'm looking to do what the gods have not allowed us to do. But we should be able to do. If we are smart enough, savvy enough, resourceful enough, as we were made to be. I'm trying to bring someone back. Someone very dear to me.
Can you bring anyone back
If I make this,
from anywhere?
If everything works out well, I should be able to bring the person I want back. Yes. The tool that
Just
I'm
the person you
making.
want?
I'm making a tool to bring someone back. And you see her touch a box that she has attached to her belt. She puts her hand on it. I want to bring back someone very dear to me. Someone that was taken from me.
But after it, can you bring more people back? Or is it just a one-time thing?
I don't know. I doubt it would be able to bring multiple people back, but I can definitely see if I can maintain the fuel for the device. The energy that I'm using will be what I'm doing. the energy that I'm gathering from the Phoenix is going to be what fuels the device. I don't know
You're not
how
worried
much of
what
it.
the cost of that might be?
I don't fucking care about the cost as long as I have her back.
Yeah. I'm in, but I want you to try to bring someone else back.
I can't promise
I've
there's going to be
seen
enough.
that happen before. Listen, Crump, not to shit in your bubble or anything like that, but sometimes when you bring people back in a certain way, they might not always appreciate it.
You don't know that, Callahan.
How would you fucking know?
But actually know a lot better than both you fucks. Alright, well, jump into fucking conclusions super quickly like that. How dare you both?
Callahan, that's a long story. I don't think we need to go into it.
I'm not even talking about that, although that is a great example, of course. Not everything is about me, let's not forget, because of course we're all learning. Yeah, sometimes you can bring someone back and they're just not happy with the way that they have been brought back. You don't know where they
You cut off.
sold.
Yeah, you cut off.
My internet is dying a little bit. Yeah, sometimes you don't understand where you're ripping those people from.
Oh, I understand, alright. This time.
Can I insight check Alphonse
Sure.
to see if he's gone through the same experience as Callahan?
Roll an insight. Ooh,
Jesus Christ.
damn. So,
I was actually also on mute. I was running the insight check, Callahan, to see if he's full of shit or not.
okay. Roll insight check on Callahan.
You hear that? Do you hear that outside, Spyro? That is my car pulling up.
I don't hear anything.
It's terrifying. Okay, so first of all, as you're talking about this, Alphonse, what is the general disposition that you have? Like, what would Callahan glean from what you've been saying?
That he is, I don't know how to say it, but he punishes himself for something. Like he's eager to make amends. I guess that'll be it.
Okay.
That would be the best. Yeah.
All right. And what is not going too deeply because that's an 11. Actually, no, I can say it. You can feel that Callahan is very certain about what he's saying, Xena. Very convinced. He's not joking around.
I'll throw another one on the pile.
You get that. It's the same roll basically.
Right.
Krona looks at Callahan. Your name's Callahan, right?
Yeah, Dirge. Callahan Dirge.
Aye.
I don't know if you've heard of me.
No, but I see the symbol that you have there. You're a worshipper of the judge.
Yeah.
Aye.
But don't take that away that I'm judging you or your like whole background for this. The idea of bringing someone back is one contrived of emotion, and I respect that. But the desire to bring them back, and I mean this in the kindest way possible, is a selfish one. It isn't taking them into account.
My daughter, Callahan Durridge,
Ooh.
was taken from me very selfishly. Have you heard of the Battle of Oracle or the Fall of Sunhelm?
I heard of that.
Rana's for a fact I don't know about this. This is just bullying.
No.
What check history is this?
History. Everyone can roll history if you want.
Should I make 2 separate history checks for the 2 separate battles?
No. Just one history check.
Oh, sir, please, not
Because
history.
one of them has one. They both have to do with the other. So
And
Okay, so do we
pretty
suggest
high for
each?
me. Pretty high for me.
okay, Alphonse, what did you say?
Are we rolling 2 history checks?
No,
each?
just one because both are related to each other. As you
Okay.
know, both are related to each other. So, Karis, Xena. Yeah, okay. Karis and Xena.
I don't even know if Xena would be in the position to know this, but I wanted to roll.
Oh,
anyways.
she would because this is something that actually happened a little over a year ago. So Xena would have been around the area.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So both of you heard news, Xena and Karis, of an event that happened to the far east of the Windborn Kingdom, basically near the coast, the eastern coast, far away from your homes. But rumor did reach Westreach and the other areas and your homes and the places you were staying at the time. Of the news that you heard was Sunhelm, was known as a place where a lich, and a powerful lich, was sealed away. But somehow the lich got free about a year and change ago, and converted everyone in the fortified town of Sunhelm that were basically there to protect the seal itself, turned them into undead, created a horde of undead. This undead army marched on a nearby town called Fulrakal, but they were heroically pushed back and stopped by a handful of adventurers and the townsfolk that banded together. You hear it was a very bloody battle, very destructive battle, but the undead army that was sent there was defeated, and then soon after, the lich was resealed. You remember that there were the heroes of Fulrakal that attacked Sunhelm and managed to reseal the lich. That's what you heard. As for the ones that rolled around a 10, that would be just Callahan. He rolled a 10. The other ones rolled 8s. You didn't hear anything. Callahan, you heard that there was some mess that happened to the east. Something about undead and a battle against undead, and that's about it.
Jesus, that's awful.
Aye. Krona continues. My daughter was in Sunhelm when it happened. And when I went to what remained, she puts her hand on the box. This is all I could find of her. I need her back.
So,
Yeah?
yeah, I'll help you. If you help me after,
I can't promise there'll be enough juice.
just promise that you'll try.
I will try. Aye.
And if you can promise me that if we get another of those birds, you can bring someone else back. Just
Alright.
point me in the direction of a bird.
If it works, I might be able to do it again with the proper energy source.
Alright.
Sorry, can I just say this is all kind of fucked? Like we're gonna kill an like there's only one of these things on the entire continent, right?
Aye. There was only one of my daughter as well.
And you think she's gonna be cool with the idea that you had to commit genocide?
Callahan, you're being disrespectful.
I probably am, but I have a feeling
You
like
don't
I'm
like
usually disrespectful, but no one ever calls me out on it.
Callahan Dirge.
And I love Emrys for
calling
that.
you out.
But,
Callahan Dirge.
yo,
Once she comes back, if she chooses to hate me, if she chooses to cut me from her life, I'll be fine as long as she is fine.
so you would rather subject your daughter to potential constant torment? I mean, there's easier ways to get around this. You know, if you contact the correct cleric, they could just you could like communicate with your daughter about this to see if she's cool with it. You know that, right?
You don't understand.
There
No,
was
probably not. Like this might be a parental thing, but like we can touch base on this. Like this isn't a thing that
No, we can't. Just stop talking, please.
I really
Please go
can't.
ahead.
There's just no filter on the Callan Express here, guys.
But no, listen, Callahan. This is her child. This is someone who was on her care.
But do
And
you want your child to be unhappy?
I want
Is
her to be
that the message
alive.
you're trying to
Callahan,
convey
being
here?
unhappy is being alive.
Having lived a happy life, or live a constant life of guilt and unhappiness, and also rested on the soul of your parent? Like there's a lot going on here, guys.
Callahan Dirge, I am doing this.
Yeah, but you understand like the shit you're gonna put your kid through.
I'm in favor of helping.
Thank you.
Callahan,
Good
you mentioned something about a bit of a long story in regards to all of this. I think you need to tell us what that is so that we can understand where you're coming from.
Long stories. It's a branching path narrative.
Is choose your own adventure?
It's literally Final Fantasy Volume 43 right here, guys.
Would it take like a year to tell it? Have to be like 3-hour sessions.
It would. It would.
That's all out of character.
It would take actually 2 seasons. In fact.
Cena doesn't say that.
Come on now, it's just
No,
one
Xena just says
season.
beep,
It was
boop, 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 bop.
yes, it was just one season. Yes, do continue, Callahan. Sorry.
Look,
Yeah, I mean, like
the
it's
point is, the point is, Callahan, I understand where you're coming from, but she, this.
Wait, do you? I know, like Emrys, like no offense, man, but like, how many times have any of you guys really stared the god of death? And sorry, I beg your pardon, the gods of death on multiple occasions in the eyes.
Well,
Do you know how honest to God, like that, how fucked that all is?
I have. So what?
You've met multiple gods and had to really stare them down, did you?
They're not gods, Callahan. You just close your eyes, it's darkness, and someone brings you back. And now it's your turn to bring them back.
Alphonse, respectfully, man, you're familiar enough with my class. You understand the fact that what you just described is kind of like a daily procedure, a daily costly procedure, by the way, guys. Like these 300 GP diamonds do not grow on trees. Seriously though, when you're coming back from the dead, like it's pretty horrendous. Like everything changes. And not all of us really can come back normally.
But it's at least worth a try, is it not?
Emirates, I haven't really been able to sleep properly since the island.
Right.
I am a grown ass fucking man. I am constantly dreaming of trying to outrun Mormakar. Constantly. Gron, is that what you want for your fucking daughter? To have to live a life of constant fear, of constant duress.
You don't know if you'll be the same. You don't know the situation she might be in. And as long as I bring her back, I don't care.
How much guilt do you think should be put under? Just genuinely.
She just looks away.
Your best case scenario, and I mean truly not the best case, she only feels the guilt of your actions.
And that's fine. And all we're doing is killing a
That is
fucking
enough
bird.
to absolutely crush someone. Listen, like, I'm not to overcut you or anything like that. I do respect you as a person. Do you imagine the feeling of having to wake up one day and realize that in order for you to live, you had to, the sheer quantity of life that would be traded for it. There's only one of this creature on this entire continent. You have the ability to speak to your daughter right now.
I can speak to her. What do you mean I can speak to her?
Yeah, clerics, necromancers, like there's a whole like subgenre of magic for this sort of shit.
Can you
It's
do
all
that,
actually fairly positive, like not the shit on nothing.
You can do it?
Yeah, I'll be more than happy to do it for you. Of course.
Oh,
We can try and do it in a way that doesn't revolve around you having to. Literally, we're going from a 1 to a 0. This is the first and last of this only thing.
Since when have you been able to do this, Callahan?
Talk to the dead?
Well, I mean, I know you can do that, but like, isn't that doesn't it only work with those who have been recently passed? Doesn't it take a while to if it's it's been a while since her daughter's is it still going to work, or is it, I don't know.
Are you talking about the speak with that spell?
I'm a cleric of the god of the underworld. If there is anyone on the face of this planet who could potentially get an audience with the dead, do you not think it's a member of the Court of the Mall?
But can you do it?
I can certainly try without killing anything. There are better things that we should try and kill.
What do you need?
As in, like, what do I need, like, right now or at the time?
Yes, what do you need to cast whatever fucking spell you're trying to do?
Well, first of all, I need to communicate with my deity. Of course, obviously, there isn't any specific time frame which I can offer that to you. However, it is something that we can work towards.
So you can talk to your god, but you can't talk directly to my daughter.
Yeah, I mean, I can ask my god how to do that. I mean, like, you've never been to a shop before. You refer certain things onto a manager, and then you hear back how to do it, and then you do it. Called conflict resolution.
Fine then, do it.
All right. Well, obviously, I can only do it once you understand that I need some time to be able to reach that answer.
Then fucking do it. Otherwise, we're gonna go up to that mountain because apparently everyone else here agrees.
Not everyone else agrees. I'm pretty sure at least one person didn't agree. Not to mention, Rayha didn't say anything, and Aurora didn't say anything. So, here we are. Let's try and contact God. Awesome.
Kaya's in the back. She's going,
But yeah, so basically,
Oh.
so she doesn't, like, Krona is not at all, like, listening to Callahan properly.
Or Callahan's not explaining himself properly.
Basically, the idea is like divine intervention doesn't work 100% of the time, and he's just trying to be like, look, you're gonna have to kind of bear with me if you want to be able to do this.
Yeah, in Krona's defense, I didn't really understand what Callum was saying either.
Yeah.
Me neither.
I
I thought
eventually-
Speak
I
with Dead
eventually
lasted a
gathered,
lot longer
but-
than 10 fucking days. What a pathetic little spell. That's the worst.
So she says, "All right, try it now. Do it, cleric."
That's because you have your body, because maybe I'm misreading the spell and I can just do it more than 10 days after the dead.
The way it works is that if you have to have a mouth and they can't be undead, which by the sound of it, they were undead at some point. And it's not that they have to be dead within the last 10 days, it's just you can't use
Yeah.
it.
I
Like,
saw
it has
10
to be 10
days and
days
I
apart.
was like, oh, fuck, damn.
But unless in the box she happens to have like a skull with the mouth, and also it wasn't undead, which is what that entire town was, like that would be the requirement to use the spell.
That's why she's asking, "What do you need to cast it?"
All right, well, there's two different ways I can go about it. One, I'll try and do now. There's another, I just need a little bit of holy water, which I probably have in my person. But I also need 24 hours of rest as well. You have kind of like a preference how we're going to do it? Like one's a lot more likely than the other. I'll try both, if need be.
Do what you can now. Otherwise,
All
we're
right,
gonna
in
start
that case,
going.
give me some room. Give me some room. Listen, the only reason why I'm going to do this is because you're not going to go up that mountain. And if that's not the case, then consider yourself fucked. Just let you know. Like that's not a good juju thing. Do I have your agreement there? Are we agreeing not to kill the only fucking creature of its species to do this for you, for you?
There are
Technically,
more-
there's two of them.
Fucking two. Listen, guys, we're trying to deal with one problem. Xena, whose side are you on? Listen, Krona.
Paris's.
All right, well, Karis starts the CA, as does Callahan. Let's pretend I'm Karis for 2 seconds.
No.
You aren't.
Yeah, well, I know that, Xena. I know that. That's why we're trying to pretend.
I'm not very imaginative.
Jesus, yeah. You know what? That's on me, and I apologize for that, putting you on the spot. Krona. My head in my hands right here. Tell me at the very least you understand how that sort of thing works. Now, if you don't, I won't bother.
Callahan Dirge. I will tell you
Do you want to
now.
talk to your daughter? Do you want to talk to your daughter without pushing her through any guilt? Do you really want to ruin a fucking poor girl's life like that? Really?
Callahan Dirge. I understand.
Bro, I know what my name is.
Are you gonna fucking let me speak?
I will, but only, like, again, I just need to make sure that you understand what you're agreeing to.
I know the consequences. If you can make me speak to my daughter, I want to speak to her. And who knows, she might change my mind. But I guarantee you, Callahan, she's the only one that's going to be changing my mind. And even then, we'll see.
Alright, Corona, you stand over there for 2 seconds. Rhea, you keep an eye on it. Squad, let's have a quick hustle. And Callahan holds up his arms out to do that sort of circle thing that American football players do.
You see her roll her eyes and walk away, and she actually starts talking to Kea.
Callahan, what the hell is going on?
Alright, guys, full disclosure, my god actually kind of wants to fucking kill me sometimes, maybe. So if I want to do this, I want to just make sure she's on my side. I'm not really going to risk fucking everyone over for the sake of this person. Do we want to kill this bird? Like, I really don't want to kill this bird in the slightest.
Can we backtrack a moment? What do you mean that... Are you saying Marl wants to kill you?
Maul may or may not. Honestly, look, guys, I don't know if I'm actually having like some weird like duel against Maul. That could easily be the case. Look, me and the gods. I'll be honest with you. I've had a lot of contact with a few gods within the past few months, and it's been pretty fucked up over end.
Is Karis part of the circle?
Of course, Karis is part of the circle.
I was just making sure.
This
Everyone's
is
part of the circle.
this is the first I've heard of this.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're never really open about our backgrounds that way. Honestly, that's kind of the smallest of the small. I suppose I never really told you about the fact that Maul and some like undead, super powerful pirate king was gonna fucking fight over my soul. It was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was very flattered. Oh, geez, I'm doing that thing where I get sidetracked again. Fuck, Emrys, help me.
Yes.
Just help me get back on top.
Sorry, I'm a bit an undead pirate king.
An undead pirate, the pirate king. Yeah, do you know the pirate king? Remember the pearl?
This is such a waste of time. Callahan, if you're going to do something to get her to speak with her daughter, just do it. You're not going to change your mind otherwise. If we're going to kill this bird, we'll kill it.
Yeah. Let's kill the bird. I'm going to kill the bird and get my sister back.
Alphonse,
You know what?
you're going to use a bunch of magic? Is that it? Is that really what you're trying to hope for here?
Callahan, listen. For my sister, I have no honor. I have no shame. I have no boundaries. If it takes me every single bird of them to kill, I will.
Your sister?
If I need to kill every single whatever I need to do, if I need to get on down on my knees, pray to God, I don't care. I want her back. I'll bring her back.
I thought you hated magic.
Emrys, what did I just say? If it will bring her back, I don't care.
Okay. Anyway,
Right, so I'm really confused as to what the direction. So you guys are cool with genocide?
Yeah. If it will bring my sister back.
Callahan, look, just do what you want to do, and if it
I
doesn't,
want to leave. Oh my god! And he kind of fucking pushes Alphonse away from him. It's like, man, I was about to fight a fucking demonic evil squid for your ass. Are you kidding me?
it's not like this creature is innocent.
Like, listen, like, Xena's like sheer weird animosity for me aside. Like, really, guys?
I
Like,
don't have
you guys,
animosity for you.
you guys really okay with just removing a whole species off the fucking map? Like, are you guys really that kind of a monstrous group?
It's one creature, and there are more of it.
There's no more of it left here. There's only one back where my fucking parents are from. I've never seen that place.
And then there's
Presumably,
more.
I don't know the lore too well.
Look, it can revive. It's not like it's. It's not like it's
It can revive. Krona's whole plan is to make sure that it doesn't.
No. What I'm saying is, it's not like it's not lived a good life. I'm sure it's lived a very long life because it can revive itself every time it dies.
But it only has the one life. We snuffed that out.
We've killed plenty of things.
Yeah. Things that either attack us or have some evil purpose in life.
I mean, it lives inside a volcano. It's I'm pretty sure it can cause the volcano to
So
erupt.
what? I hate the fucking nature. I love central heating. It's a firebird. Of course it's hanging out by a volcano. Like, what? Living in a volcano is your fucking only excuse?
I mean, this is just. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this is no different from hunting. We're just hunting something down because. Look, it has a very
Way
valuable.
different than hunting. This is extinction. This
Well,
is
it's
exactly what
not.
the goblins want to do.
No, there's more
Oh,
of this
what?
creature. It's not extinction.
The what?
Goblins, weird genocidal race. We don't know who they're trying to genocide at the moment.
Seriously.
Look, okay, look, Calvin, do
We'll
what,
talk about
do
that
what it
more
is.
later.
Do what it is you want to do. If it doesn't work, then we'll see.
I
Where
don't want to do it,
You don't. So
You don't
you,
want to stay for the daughter?
but I also don't want to go fucking kill an entire ass bird. Is that actually like what? Like I actually have no words at all for this.
No,
I mean,
Callahan, I understand you perfectly. In regular circumstances, I would agree with you. It's less work, and nature. It's kind of beautiful. So, yeah. But in this case, I don't give a shit.
Look, guys. Either way, I suppose I just want to help them, and I like don't take this as a sign of offense. My only duty here is to get your one back to Natasha.
And killing that bird is the only way you're gonna do it. Unless
really
you go
isn't.
through.
It really isn't. In the slightest.
Callahan? Now that Krona has explained her reasoning behind what she is doing, it would be against everything I stand for to stand in her way, and helping her is what seems to be the best thing in this. If you move to try to keep her from doing that, without her consent, I will stop you myself.
Look, man, if you guys are really hell-bent on
Callahan,
eradicating a whole ass fucking species that way,
Callahan, this isn't going to. It's not like before. This isn't some unholy force. This is a force of
exactly.
nature. It's not going.
This isn't some unholy force.
Yes, but this revival, it wouldn't be like the last one.
What happened before?
Never mind.
I think
No,
we're entitled
tell
to know
us.
since it's affecting Callahan's decision.
As far as I'm concerned, Callahan's only worried about committing genocide against a species. There's two of them. It's not genocide. If he doesn't want to help, he doesn't have to help. If you would like to do your other thing to prevent us from having to kill the bird, just fucking do it and save us all this time.
She's a bitch, but she's got a point.
Yes, Xena turns towards Alphonse and I don't have my list pulled up, but she says something in Sylvan.
Oh, in Sylvan, one step up. Well played, RP.
Alan doesn't know any Sylvan. Oh dear.
Get
I
the
don't have my list
linguist
pulled up.
feat. Just get the linguist feat and learn all the languages so Xena can't talk
Yeah.
shit.
I need a different feat to upgrade my my perception. I'm sure it's out there.
There isn't.
But yeah, no, Colin kind of just looks at everyone, just like kind of shakes his head and like, look, guys, look, I hope you guys, none of you take this the wrong way. Like, if this is the direction you guys are going, I can't be a part of it. I have my own
Then
reasons
don't
for
be.
being here, so I just can't. Xena, respectfully, you just not be a terrible person for 2 seconds. I'm just gonna bow out if that's right. Emrys, go with your own gut, man. It is your life. You know, I taught you as much as I could. You're well more than capable of making your own decisions. Alphonse Karras, don't know either of you guys a particular amount. Yeah, honest to God. Yeah, like whatever, dude. Have a good one. Don't die because of these assholes. You know what I mean? You have a whole ass life to live.
Wait,
Assholes, respectfully, of course. I'm not trying to like insult anyone. That's just common center.
Callan, you're not just going to go. Where are you going to go? You can't just wait, Callahan. I mean, you haven't been against.
No, seriously, guys. Look, it's just a case where I just can't be part of this part of your adventure.
You okay? Okay? So you're not leaving for good. You're not leaving for good. Maybe you can look after the horses while whatever happens.
I can send you back if you want. You hear Krona say.
Grona, you shut the fuck up.
What?
You
Oh, wait a second.
absolute miserable son of a bitch. How dare you speak up during this moment? You are not a part of this.
Just
You're the
giving you
reason
options.
for this.
I'm
You
just
are the reason for it.
not forcing anyone.
Take your own
Callahan
lane there, right? You are not part of this bus.
raises her hands, as in, all right.
Yeah, guys, you're just gonna have to do without your cleric this time around. I cannot be a part of this. My soul has been fractured more ways than any.
Listen, Callahan, I understand how. I understand the pressing need to bring someone back. So I'm not just going to ignore the possibility of someone doing so.
I'm not asking to, and I understand exactly where Alphonse, Cronin, and yourself are all coming from. I've lost people who I wish to bring back, and I've been brought back before by people.
How were you brought back?
Same way most people are brought back from the dead. I am dabbing right now.
How were you brought back?
I'll be honest with you,
It's-
the
it's-
way that
it's-
I was brought back from the dead in any way does not relate to this situation.
It's not something that can
I
really
believe
be
it
reproduced.
does.
It really doesn't. It's
just-
really not applicable to this.
It's not something that can be reproduced, if that's what you're asking.
Are you sure?
Okay, technically it can, but I don't know where to.
Okay,
Look,
okay. So if you can, we don't have to kill the bird.
no,
I'm fine with that.
look. There was a certain
Alphonse,
creature.
why the fuck are you being such an asshole, man? Should I just hear what Emrys just said?
That,
You're not
look,
picking up on any of those subtle tones?
But why not?
I'm sorry, are you not picking up on anything?
What was it so
Clearly,
terrible?
there was an
that-
issue so bad that it can't be replicated. Like, are you not picking up at all in the last hour here where I've just been aggressively against it?
And
I
if you're against
understand.
it, that's okay. But if you're against
Yeah.
it, then you're against it. There's nothing to go here. This is all a pointless waste of time.
Exactly. I'm obliged to agree with Zena here. If you guys want to do something, then go fucking do it. I'm not
Okay.
weird childminder for you three. And listen, you two, and he points at Alphonsina, you two were the ever living fuck out of me. You guys are fucking natural disasters incarnate. Karis, they look up to you for some reason. You have no control over these creatures. There has to be something here that ties the three of you towards any kind of common goal, and it's nothing. You, honest to God, scare the shit out of me.
Xena marches, like gets up from where she was sitting down, and walks straight up to Callahan, stares him down the face, and says,
I healed your
You
fucking
don't-
wounds.
"You don't know anything
I don't know
about
anything about you.
me."
You're dead right. You are 100% correct. I don't know anything about you. I only know you through your fucking actions. You're reckless. You don't care about anyone other than the opinions.
Xena casts shocking grasp on him.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
I was
Let's try-
muted.
even throw it during
What?
attack roll.
Yeah, with advantage. 'Cause you're wearing armor.
I am wearing armor. That is 100% correct. Roll that
Okay.
advantage, my guy.
Okay. Roll an attack with advantage.
Oh boy, time to refresh roll 20 because it's acting up on me again.
18 hits. 18 hits.
Yeah, 3 lightning damage, and then that's the terrible. That's actually for the better. And then Xena storms off.
So she takes
Am I
it.
paralyzed? Or
No.
No. Well, you can't take reactions, so you lose your reaction. So
Ooh.
Callahan, Xena just reaches out and gives you a bit of a tase. It's not like super hurtful, but you do feel the electricity running through your body for a moment.
to clarify, this was specifically where the moment where he said, "You don't care about anyone," and
Basically,
then she leaves.
Basically, she slapped you with lightning.
Pretty much. I mean, can we make it an actual slap?
Sure, that makes sense.
I'm gonna slap. I like the ring of that. Callan just like takes the damage. And just kind of like there.
Xena storms off.
Just kind of shakes his head and is like, look, exactly. That's what I mean. How am I supposed to get anything from that? Guys, look. Enjoy having that weighing down your soul. I imagine it wouldn't matter. And Callan just kind of walks off.
Krona turns back to you, all of you, seeing Callahan and Xena walk off. So, what's it gonna be?
I will help you.
She looks
To be clear, Xena walked off towards because we were like in a powwow, right?
Yeah, I assume towards Krona.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's basically speaking to everyone except for Callahan. She looks between all of you.
Yep.
I wanted to help, but without we would be
Emrys,
down a.
Emrys, the moment you say, but without, everything seems to freeze around you. As if the world, you see everyone moving, turning their heads, and it slows down until it's basically stopped. The world has this shade of blue around you. Except for you. As you hear, there's no buts about this, Emrys. And you turn and you see yourself, darker version of yourself, red eyes, sorry, yellow eyes. This is a chance that we were looking for. This is true power, Emrys.
Is it something that can even be grasped without? Look, of course, I want to do something to become stronger, but she just wants to bring someone back as well, and I know how that feels. And without Callahan, that's
Lie to him.
Callahan keeps us alive. What? Lie to him and say what?
I don't know. I can't tell you what to say. But there are always ways. But remember this, Callahan. Sorry, Emrys. Remember this, Callahan. Callahan, yes?
Yeah.
Remember.
How are you doing?
Remember this, Emrys. If she's harnessing the power, you can take it for yourself afterwards. Now that is true power. You have to go. And the world resumes as you're mid-sentence and you stop. Because it's almost like your brain is catching up to everything. You can continue your sentence if you want, as if there's just a stutter. But
Emrys does just stop, and Emrys kind of. Callahan probably knows me best, so maybe I'll try to speak to him.
alright, if that's what you want. The other ones, you're agreed with it, right? We can set off as soon as your friend is committed.
Yes.
Thank you. Emrys?
Okay. Yeah, Emrys will go and follow after Callahan, I suppose.
Okay.
Callahan, wait a moment. Callahan? Callahan?
Emrys, man,
Callahan,
you might want to sit down.
yes, sure.
There's a rock next
Alan
to you.
turns around and he looks at Emrys, takes the fact that there's, I imagine with a 28 perception, I would know if anyone else is around.
Yes, Callahan, you know if anyone else is around with your ungodly perception. Nobody else is within earshot.
Delicious, thank you, sir.
You see all 0 goblins.
You see Gigi licking his eyes.
Emrys, man, I think it's time you hear my backstory.
Dun dun dun.
Okay.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Yeah, thank you, baby. Uncoordinated, let's go.
Holy shit.
We
Perfect
had about a
moment.
cliffhanger, and then Callahan was like, "Sit down." I was like, "Oh, Oh,
Oh, I saw RB's message. He was like, "Oh, you guys can hang on if there's no cliffhangers gonna happen." I was like,
that
you know what?
is
Bebop boobop.
that
Let's
is
go for it.
perfect. That is perfect. That is perfect.
Oh my god.
Perfect ending, guys. Perfect. God, wow.
I'm so hyped.
All right, all right. Next session, we're gonna. Dust,
I love
you're gonna have to be here for next session because it starts with you.
Here we go, guys.
Holy
Here
shit!
we go.
I love how dysfunctional this party is.
It is.
Jesus Christ.
Callahan
really
literally
is.
doesn't like or trust the majority of this entire party,
I've
including Sid.
noticed.
It's funny. It's funny that Callahan thinks like Xena despises him, which is absolutely not the case. And it was also funny when Xena said something and Callahan was like basically like "fuck you," and then she said the same thing like 5 minutes later, and he was like, "Exactly, I agree with you."
Callahan and
Pure
consistency do not go hand in hand.
Pure Callahan.
He is just motion.
Pure
think we
Pure
noticed.
Callahan. All right, so we got rated by a wonderful D&D player. Let's raid another D&D session, shall we? So
Yeah.
there's a VTuber
Yeah.
currently playing D&D. I don't know them, but they are playing D&D, and let's give them a big hello and a big
God.
nerdy.
Hi.
Oh yes, also.
We play D&D.
We play exactly. Also, Mini Book of Mal is an emote that is available for for everyone that follows. All the followers can spam Mini Book of Mal. I keep forgetting. It is the one thing that Callahan carries with him at all time. Very important. So be sure to keep spamming the Mini Book of Mal whenever you want to. Not for this raid. For the raid. Not for the raid. For the raid, you
Look how
got.
many it is.
For the raid, we got these messages. You guys can there we go, sub raid. Thank you. Yeah. So if you're a sub, cool. If not, you got the other one. And next week we will continue with this. I will say this very thrilling conversation that's been happening. Very thrilling interaction between the party. That it's juicy RP drama. Please give it to me. I love it. But yes,
Yes.
I love it. I love it. I love you guys. I really do. You're amazing. And let's
I was
rate.
kind of expecting to have Karis get
Oh,
a little
bye.
bit more pressed about her backstory, given how she was acting